So I have to check because it looks like it's actually about to storm where I am. So yeah, I made it in just in time. But today has actually been a pretty good day thus far. I So first we'll get into what this Saturday Thoughts thing is about. So just a little bit about what has gone on today. So I got up. I actually did not go to bed until 3 this morning. You might ask why. So I have a lot on my mind. So just a little bit anxious. I think was more so what it was. But so I did some things that need to be done anyway, like wash clothes and well, one load. I washed one load of clothes, and then swept a little bit, and I also watched clips from Raising Canaan. So if you are a Raising Canaan or Power Universe fan, and you haven't watched the last episode from season 5, episode 8, because they only did 8 episodes in season 5 of Raising Canaan. And yeah, so that was something because I actually just canceled my stars. Don't tell nobody. But anyway, they already, I don't have that many subscribers, so they would know. But I just canceled it recently. But I do probably need to get it again. But I was just watching clips because it's so many people that do content on Raising Canaan now, or just on Power. The Power, they call it the Power Universe. So everyone, it's just all these different people who do content. So they have YouTube channels that are really dedicated to these shows because if you know, and if you do follow Power, Power has been on for probably, I think it first premiered, it's 2026. I think it was around 2016 is when it premiered. It might have been before then. It might have been 2014 or 15, something around there. But Power was, it's like either you got into it or you didn't get into it. Hi, how are you? And I got into it. I loved the original season of Power. And from that season, there were other shows that kind of broke off and morphed into this whole just, following. Um, so if you, OG Power, original, what is it, original gangster type of Power, whatever. It was, Amari um, was in that as the main character, Ghost, and then there was Tommy, and from there they broke off different shows. So they Raising Canaan, and then Force, um, and then I'm trying to think, was there anything else? Yeah, I think it's Raising Canaan and Force were the two. Oh, and then Power Book 2 with Tariq. So the show, because of the original and how well it went, they morphed into different shows, right? So Raising Canaan is now complete, that show. So I will be real though, I did not like Raising Canaan originally when it first came out. It's been on, I guess, about, it's 5 seasons, so I guess maybe a few years past it, because usually what would happen is one show would come back on, and then another show would come back on the next year, and then another one like 2 or 3 years. Like, I mean, this stuff has just been going on for over 10 years. So it is a pretty big deal if you do follow it. But I was up watching some of the clips from episode 8 because again they didn't do 10 episodes, which I felt like they should have, but they only did 8. So and it kind of felt a little rushed, but then not so much because you think about there's another show that's gonna start coming up. Actually, I think they just wrapped up filming for that. So it is Power Origins. So Power Origins is gonna talk about really the original characters from or actors from OG Power are going to be the younger versions of them are going to be on Power Origins, and then there's also going to be Power Legacy, which is going to have the older version Tariq and from Power or the OG Power and Tommy from the OG Power. So it's just morphed into this big thing, right? But it's enough people doing content on it that you can really catch everything. Like you really, I'd be like, do I really need stars again? I don't know if I need it. But so yeah, I was up to 3 this morning, and that was one of the things I was doing. But I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of my opinion on the last episode. So if you're into it and you haven't watched anything related to it and you really want to watch it, please, thank you so much. Hi, Damien, Wiley, thank you. So yeah, if you have or you plan to watch or you plan whatever you're doing, do not watch this. Go to keep scrolling to something else because I don't want to ruin what you may want to see coming up. Hi. So anyway, so my opinion on the last episode, I just been watching the people who are known to do content on the show, just to kind of get their take on things and also to get some of the clips from the last episode. And I will say, as a person who did not initially, I was not an initial fan of Raising Kanan. I just wasn't. I don't know. I think it was something about, I guess it was the timing because I think that show was supposed to take place around like like mid or late 80s into the early 90s. And I think for me, I didn't really connect to it like that, but initially. And so I did watch most of the first season. And then I really just fell off. Like, I really did. I didn't watch really much from season 2. I watched an episode here and there. And then season 3, I didn't really watch a lot of season 3. I was kind of in and out. But for whatever reason, I picked back up watching it in season 4. And so I went back to look at some of the episodes that I had missed. And I really enjoyed season 4. Maybe because I identify more with that time frame than the earlier seasons. But it was pretty decent. Like, I liked what they were telling the story about, like trying to, obviously trying to see kind of where, Kanan's family, how he kind of got to where he was in the OG Power, and just these family dynamics. But so I would say the one thing I did not care for is the unaliving of so many family members. I just was not there for it. I was just like, what? Yeah, in my community, I don't know about this. I don't know. And then to be depicted in that way. So I think that, and there's other people who have those same opinions. Like they were saying, they don't like the dynamic of like you know, black families and like basically saying we all trying to kill each other. But in a sense, if you look back at certain things that have transpired over the years, you know, typically when you think it's somebody else, sometimes it's people in your own family, right? Like, or people that you actually know, or people who look like you who are responsible for maybe your downfall or those types of things. So it did. I do think we have to, or just people like, and me in general, like I understand that part because that's typically how it's been over the course of time. So I get it. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I actually, today has really turned out to be a pretty decent day. I didn't really have a plan all together for today, except for I was planning to go to a local store here that has like a pharmacy and all that. It's a pretty big chain in Texas. And so I went there, and every second Saturday they do this just a clinic or whatever, so you can get your blood checked, your blood pressure checked, you can get your glucose level. So that's why I have this prick in my hand or finger. um, you also can get A1C levels checked. They do charge a small fee for that, but you can get that checked. And then, but you have to be fasting for that. And then they also do a cholesterol check, and they charge a fee for that. But it's still a sliding scale type fee. So anyway, they do that every second Saturday. So I just got my glucose and my blood pressure checked today, and both were good. So that's a blessing. So I got up and did that, and then I ended up going in the store in HB. I'll get back to Raising Cake. I'm gonna finish it up in a minute. But I went back in the store, y'all, and so I was like, I just need to kind of or stock up on drinks, cause yeah, I'm thirsty. That's why. So this is a drink. These Spindrift. I don't know if y'all have heard it, but they are so. I love them. I love them, and they had them on sale in HEB. So they were $5.88, and they normally, yeah, in Target I think they like $7.99 or something, and then maybe even $8.99 most of the time. But they had them on sale in HEB. They were on sale for $5.88. So this is a new flavor I'm trying. This one is Island Punch, and the good thing about these, well, 2 grams of sugar and three grams carbs. So my mom says it's the carbs, Angela, not the sugar. So I'm good. The fact that I got these, and I'm just having here to, as I'm taking care of everything I gotta take care of, y'all. This adulting life. Anyway, so yeah, I got these, and then let's see, what else did I get? Because actually, I know I got some other stuff. I didn't get much stuff. So I got a little bit of, well, this is bread that they had that I like. It's like pre-sliced or whatever. So I usually get this because I don't eat a lot of bread, but when I do eat bread, I had to get this stuff right here. This is my favorite. It is so good. I love this chicken salad. Is like the best thing ever. I love it. So I got that. I'm about to actually put it in the refrigerator because it's been in the car for about 45 minutes. Not too long, but it was in the car, so I'm gonna let it get a little bit cold. It's still cold, but it's not as cold as I wanted it. So, and then I got this for travel because I'm going to visit my brother and my mom coming up. So y'all will be along with me on my travel. So if y'all got any tips on the best devices to use for like when you're traveling and you want to do YouTube, do content or just record, please send me some messages because I'm new to this. I'm not. I'm new to this and I'm true to it, but I still have a long way to go. So I also went there to HEB because Thursday night I started to get like a heat rash, and I have not had one of these in, well, it's probably been a little, yeah, about probably over a year since I've had one. Actually, no, it's been longer than that. And maybe because I've been in and out, it's just been excruciating. Like, yeah, it's so hot. So anyway, I talked to a pharmacist. He gave me some recommendations, and one of them was this hydrocortisone cream. So I'm going to shower and then put some of this on after I eat. And then yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, I did get me some more press-on nails. These are actually petite, so I'm hoping that these fit. My fingers are so small, and I just can't go to nail salons anymore, and I can't deal with builder gel. It's just too many chemicals, y'all. I can't do it. So press-ons, I'm starting to get into the press-on way because again, I cannot deal with um, the chemicals in these things. So yeah, so I'm going to put these on at some point tonight because I'm planning to go to church tomorrow. So yeah, so I got this stuff. I'm about to put some of these in the refrigerator because I want them to be a little bit cold. And then I'm going to finish up on my assessment about um, raising Canaan. So I thought overall, the new writer Sasha Penn, I thought overall he did a good job in trying to depict this story and telling the story of Canaan, right? From like probably the age of like, I guess they probably started when he was early teens. He might not have been, but like maybe 10 when they 10 or 11, 12, somewhere around there. Um, and so, telling that story and then about his mom, his family, and all of that. So I thought overall it was good. There were some missed opportunities to me, like to go into the point of like why, or there were two people who were unalive doing, two people in general that were close to Canaan. One was his girlfriend that he had was helping her to get situated and to leave the area temporarily or for a while, whatever she needed to do. And then his best friend, his nickname was Famous, and his actual name was Sean. So those two people ended up being unalive. They didn't. Canaan did not really find out who did this until probably episode 6 or 7. And by that point he was okay with the fact that this had happened to some extent, but then he came back and was like, nah, I do got kind of have an issue with it. Okay, Canaan was just all over the place, but also it did show how young he was, and like he was manipulated a lot, and there were reasons why he kind of fell into this life of because teenagers, of course, you think you know everything, you don't know anything because you really not living, right? You haven't lived yet. Not when you've acquired, you've lost, you've acquired, you lost, you you lose family, you lose jobs, you lose, whatever, finances. I mean, all these different life lessons and growing pains that people have throughout their life. Kanan was making decisions as a child, in a sense. So, and he was manipulated in different ways by his mother at some points and by other people, like an older couple. They were called Snaps and Pop or whatever. So they were something else. I didn't care for those two throughout this entire thing. I was just like, don't break, just Ronnie. I didn't care for him. I mean, it was just a lot of characters. I was like, for what? But I kind of get it because it all shows how things happen. And also, Kana was making a lot of decisions, and his mom was covering up. She always like stepped in and tried to clean up his mess. And it really showed me like you have to be careful with that as trying to make things easier for somebody else is not, or trying to clean up their mess. It's not always gonna work out um, for them to get to the other side of like the growth that they need, right? To be able to then know, hey, I don't think I need to do that again because that wasn't the right decision. So let me not do it again. But if you cover it up and you make a, you got everything figured out for this person who continuously does these things or things that are going against really the game, the way things are done in that world, um, he's not gonna get the lesson, or nobody, you're not gonna get the lesson. And once you do get the lesson, it's too late because so many people are gone, and you like, what was the point and of all of that? Because was that really necessary for me to have done all those things that I've done, right? So the show was decent. I thought the writing was pretty good, and I'm hoping that Power Origins is good too. And I just hope it's not as, because again there were missed opportunities in this one, and I think because they only did 8 episodes this season, they normally do 10. And Power Origins, the first season of it, from what I've heard, is going to be 18 episodes. So that's going to be significantly long, and to start the journey of the next part of this story, because Origins is going to be, from what I've heard, it's supposed to be 7 to 10 years post raising Kanan. So at that point, Kanan will be late 20s at that point, and then Ghost and Tommy will be teenagers, older teenagers, probably like around, I guess, 17, 16, 17, maybe 15, somewhere around there. But actually, no, because they may be even older, because I think it's going to pick up when they're like, I think Origins is going to pick up when they're like, it might be 18, 19, or 20. And then Kanan is about 6, 7, maybe 8 years older than them. And so that will put him at like 26, 27, 28, around there. And so he will, and then Breeze will be, he's a little older than Kanan, I think. So, it's if you've been there and you want to get like invested in this show and to see it, I think it's a pretty decent show. But Courtney Kemp was she actually was a writer on OG Power. And so, so it was different then, of course. And there's been so many stories about how that went and how it ended up the way it ended up. But, there's a new thing. So I just wanted to give my little opinion on that. The other thing I want to show y'all what I got at the store. And then I'm so blessed. I was saying this in one of my lives the other day because I was like, I'm still getting birthday gifts, y'all. I'm so thankful. My friends are so amazing. Well, sisters and brothers, because they are not just friends. These people have been with me a very long time, you know. Lord Jesus, through the good and the bad, and it's still kind of questionable, y'all, at this point. But I needed to get like a wallet, and I just didn't want to spend a whole lot of money for it. Because right now, I just wanted something just to compact that I can put stuff in. And so I ended up getting that, and I used, so my best friend, she's like my sister, but she sent me a gift card, like a MasterCard, I think. So I used some of that to get this little pocketbook thing. Well, it's not really a pocketbook. It's just like a wallet, but it does have a. It has this little strap, and I like that because I can just throw it on. Or if I don't want to wear it by itself, I can just put it in one of my other bags. And that's what I needed. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this right now because I don't need to. So it was just like $9.99, y'all. That's it. Well, with tax, it was 10.41, I think. So I was thankful. So I still have a little bit left on that card. But y'all, because I was thinking like, oh, I'll just maybe use it to get gas. But when I rolled up, like I was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and pay cash for gas because I don't think I need much. Like I was just gonna take like $23 and put it in my car. But I didn't realize gas has gone back up to 4.16 for mid grade. I was like, what in the where in the how in the who when why? I was just like, I'm so confused. I was just like, why is this gas so high? So the $23 I put in my car really didn't even take it anywhere. I was like, this is crazy. And by that point, y'all, I was like, it's getting ready to storm. I'm just gonna go and take it to the house, y'all. Take it to the house. Because I'm just going to church tomorrow and it's not too far. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I was like, I'll hopefully this gas will go down. And also I didn't use my Upside app, which that is an app that will, I think you gain points, gift cards, different things like that if you use it. And it also like tell you which gas stations I think you have the cheaper or the lowest price point for gas. So keep that in mind. And if you need, if you, I'll put it in the comments, y'all, and you can use my link to go to the Upside app. That will help me out greatly. Okay. Yeah. So then I was like, I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. So I checked my mail because one of my best friends in the ATL sent me a gift. And so I just received it. And y'all, I'm so excited. Because, look, I love me some Kendra Scott. Love me some Kendra Scott. I do. And he knows it. So he knows it. He's so loving. Oh, look at him. He got me some cute little earrings, y'all. So I might wear these to church tomorrow. I'm so excited. Thank you, Scotty. Oh, I love them. I love them. They're so cute and dainty. I like cute and dainty. There was this little Anne Klein little bag. It was green. It was so cute in the store, and I was like, oh, I should get that because it's cute and dainty. But I was like, I don't need it though. And we going by things that we need. Okay, that's what we about over here. So anyway, and then I sent my thank you card out to Katasha, who sent me the MasterCard gift card, which was a blessing. I thank you. I'm so thankful. My friends are so amazing. Because even through these trials and these tribulations, y'all, through these painful days, I have to hold on to the fact that God is really, God has really been blessing me. Even though, it's been some times, y'all. Because yesterday was a day. And we'll get into that on Monday when I start this series about involuntary change. I need y'all to hook it up. Just subscribe, like, share, comment. Yeah, because, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Because, but I think about it in this way as well. I was talking to my mom earlier, and I'm like, God knows. God is amazing. Um, because I have been praying very deeply about this, even though I felt um, I just felt a little bit dark at times relating to this situation. And, but I also recognize that my gut feeling usually that's God. That's God. Because the urge is like, it's there. It's like, don't do it, Angela, but you did it anyway. And then, um, I go against that gut, and sometimes I go against the word, and I'm not really sure because you got people in your ear. You thinking about these things and these things that you got to take care of, and it's just a lot because adulting can be a lot at times. It's not Things are not always as simple as people try to make them out to be, and so you have to learn, you have to go through these growing pains and through these different situations, and sometimes it just brings you full circle back around, and then God is like, okay, do it this way the next time. Listen to me because I got you. I got you. You are not ever going to be without. Don't worry. Give, give it all to him. And I think that's what I need to still work on. I don't think I'm fully there yet. And clearly I'm not because I didn't listen in this situation. I just went on, no, I need to, no, I don't. No. Because I don't need extra stress from these idiots out here, especially not in this city I'm living in. These fools here, they be wanting to get snap, crackled, and popped. Okay, I think that was a gnat. Yo, I actually do think there was a gnat right there. But these people be wanting to get snapped, crackled, and popped upside their head. Like, some people, I feel like they go through life just wreaking havoc on people because they think that they can. Like, they just do it, and nobody, especially when they get to a place, they confine themselves to a place, right? They move up and they get very comfortable in treating people like crud off the bottom of people's shoe. So my goal is to always tame my tongue, okay? Because my mom she was on me early this year and last year about me getting starting back up cussing. So I have really been trying to work on myself. I've been trying to work on this language, y'all. Because I was like, yeah, I was, yeah, your girl was saying every word, every word. So I'm working on that for my mom. Shout out to Mary. Because Mary always got something to say. Angela, don't say, why do you have to cuss though? She don't say it like that, but she does say, Angela, why do you have to cuss? And you don't have to use that word. You know many words. Okay. Okay. I was like, okay, mom. You right. I can't argue with it. I do. But sometimes a girl just be wanting to cuss, okay? But I'm trying my best not to cuss on this channel. But I will tell y'all, I'm a work in progress. God is not done with me yet. He is not. He is working. There is a song I cannot think of. I want to say it's Jonathan Reynolds. I think it's him. It's like he's working out for me. God is not. I gotta find that song. I don't know. I don't know if it's him because I haven't heard it in a while. So I need to look it up. I haven't. I've just been really spaced out for the last few months, y'all. Like between this ridiculous job that I took, and I'm not gonna disclose the name because I can't. Um, but y'all gonna get the other part of it, just a little bit of the synopsis of what happened, okay? Because these fools, people be trying. People be trying. That's why I be like, I be trying my best not to cuss a person out, but sometimes they really need it. Like yesterday was probably one of them days that I might should have just, yeah. Yesterday was one of them days. That's all I can say. It was one of them that in the moment, I was like, Angela, what do you really want to do? Do you want to drag it? You could. But you know there are repercussions behind your decisions, right? That's God talking to me in the moment. Because what actually happened, y'all, I was like, what? What, honey? What did you say? Because you is stupid. You is stupid if you think that I believe what you just said. Because that didn't even make sense. That is not applicable towards me. That's applicable towards all this drama and nonsense that you got going on, but not me. Yeah, so let me get myself and my stuff and exit stage left. Okay? Oh, I'll help you with. No, 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 no. I don't need you to help me with anything. I need you to go back where you going, because this is where you want to be, honey, until the day you die, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be, but this is what you want, so you can have it. I am. It's just, yeah. It was a moment, and I'll talk a little bit about it. But again, I can't disclose the place. I won't disclose the place. But hopefully, in how I handled this involuntary change, it will be motivation for somebody else. That's always how I look at certain things too, because sometimes when I'm just in this space and just taking it day by day, it can get it can get foggy, you know. And I think that's a lot of people. Like I think this heat make you crazy. These freaking storms coming out of nowhere. I'll be like, where are these storms coming from? What is this person doing? Okay, I'm real nosy. But anyway, yeah, it's just a lot going on in the world, and I cannot subject myself to being around people who are just nasty. They love being nasty and they want to get the nasty out of you. And I know that's what this person was trying to do yesterday. But you ain't about to do it though. Because, girl, let me tell you. When I say God is so good, y'all, because God is amazing. I'm not saying my life is not perfect by no means. Nobody's is. But I have people who love me and support me no matter what. And that is such a blessing. A lot of people don't have that. I don't care what age they are, whether they in their 20s, their 30s, their teens, their 50s, their 60s, people don't have that. And that's the one thing that I constantly pray about, that as I age, however long God sees fit for me to be on this earth, that I always have people that are supportive, who will also hold me accountable and help me as I help them. Because that's all I really want to do ultimately. I want to travel the world, volunteering in different places, opening up, shelters and opportunities for people to deal with their mental health and deal with their financial health, deal with grief, and because it's so many people who are really just really traumatized by things that have transpired in their life, and they never get the opportunity to really face it. So whenever they're working in these jobs or whatever they're doing, it's like clockwork that they a menace. It's like, because they ain't dealt with themselves yet, so all they gonna do is wreak havoc on everybody else, because they really have not dealt with their own nonsense. But they'll say it's you. But there's no accountability because nobody has held those types of people accountable, right? They just been going through life, doing whatever they want to do, moving however they want to move. And you got to be careful about that, because and that's the other thing, you just can't treat people any kind of way. That's the other thing. Like, if you're gonna be nasty, okay, fine, but just be straight about it. Like, don't go behind my back doing it. Just go and tell me to my face. I will give you so much more respect for that. But if you this person with these fake smiles, walking around like you just so happy and you got it all together, and oh my God, I'm like, we know that is not the truth. You is a demon, okay? You is a demon. And the way you moving is demon like things. And this is not me passing judgment on nobody. I'm just saying, people, they show you who they are and you believe them. Don't try to make them into something different, because they are who they are. And that's just what it is. This is no judgment. This is the truth. Like, you are who you are. I am who I am. I'm a work in progress. I hold myself accountable for my nonsense, whatever that is. And I'm also trying to grow and become a better human, every day, because I know that's what God wants us all to do. I am not perfect. I have made many, many, you know, and that's where I'm like, I repent. I ask God for forgiveness. I'll be like, God, please don't let me experience more karma for what I did 3 years ago, because I know I had no business doing it. I didn't. But it's also a part of my path to get to where God wants me to be. So I'm just trying to check myself, especially as um, I grow older. I have to check myself. But I also want people around me who will check me as well. And I'm open to that. Some people are not open to any conversation about their nonsense. They just like, this is just how I'm going to move. And you can either be on that as I am, or move out my way, or I'm going to get you out my way. But that's not, to me, I just don't agree with that type of assessment. However, I know that that is some people's way, right? And you can't, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not in the game of changing anybody, but if I can give people examples of things that I've done and, ways that I've handled it, hopefully it will help even one person, do it different, do it better. Because that's what I want. I want people to do it different and do it better. Like, you living your life, I want your life to always be great. Like, that's because I want to see people be great. I don't care. Like, it could be a person, like, I don't really care who it is. I just want to see, especially people who look like me, but anybody though. I want to see people live out what their goals, their dreams, the things, aspirations that God has put on their heart to do and pursue. Because I think that's a God-given gift. Like, things that I have going on, even though I'm like stuck in my head about it, and people get stuck in their head about a lot of things, and that's what holds them up from pursuing certain things in life. Um, but it's all a part of this thing, and it's like it's the growing pains. It's the thing that just doesn't feel so good, especially if somebody verbalizes that or the conversation is you conversing and the person might not receive it well. And again, that's people. That's some of what I dealt with yesterday. But I made the decision. I said, I'm not going to give this person that satisfaction because I think you definitely want me to turn into the other person, the other side. Everybody got the other side. Everybody got the other side. I ain't the only one. I'm just the one talking to y'all about it today. But everybody has another side. And I almost felt myself getting there. But I caught myself. I said, I'm not gonna do that. Because you know what? God has brought me back out of really dark places. Um, God allowed for me to. Oh, it's thundering now. Oh, was that thunder? I was trying to see. I was like, is it thunder? I think it is, y'all. I think it's about the thunder. Oh my gosh. Let me see it again. Well, actually, it doesn't look as gray. It doesn't. It doesn't look as gray as it was. So maybe it's passing over. Because I saw it was supposed to be a 15% chance of raining today at 5 o'clock. So, and it's not quite 5 here. It's 4:20. So, yeah. So once it might start raining, but I don't really care. I love the rain. Actually, I just don't like. I don't like thunder. Like these idiots upstairs. But I don't like thunderstorms, like when it's raining or like flooding. That's what I don't like. But everything else is fine. Drizzling rain, that Seattle rain, I love it. I love it. But this rain in Texas, y'all, this mess. I saw this picture. It was of I guess it was in Mississippi, I think. And the car literally was like this, and the water was like up to here. The car was in the whatever. It was like in a hole or something, but the water was like all the way up. So I don't even know how they were able to get that car out, but it was raining like crazy. I think it was in Mississippi, but I think along the Gulf. Because whatever this storm is, I think there's a storm that's moving through. And I want to say it's going to affect Texas, Missouri, maybe Arkansas, and then Mississippi, Alabama. Like those places that are along the Gulf, which that could be Biloxi, that could be New Orleans, somewhat Baton Rouge, but not much. It may, because Baton Rouge is kind of close to the Gulf. But Mobile, Alabama. But yeah, it was looking like really crazy here. about an hour ago, but it looks a little clearer now. But yeah, I'm this is another thing God taught me too. Out of all of this, I was like, why in the world did I come back to Texas, y'all? I just this place, it's like I have a reason why I came back. But I'm like, as I consider it more and more, I'm just like, I'm just over Texas, y'all. I really am. I'm so, and I don't want to be. That's the thing. Like, I'm grateful because you know here I had some decent doctors that kind of helped with, getting me back on track. But my parents were a really big factor that, especially my dad, because he was able to help me with like my therapy and stuff like that. But Texas is just, I'll come back here to visit because I always love me some HEB. Yeah, I talk about HEB all the time. HEB is my store. Like if I could just take HEB and kind of stick it in my pocket, eh, stick it in my pocket. I would. That's what I do. I'll be like, let me just take it, but I can't. So yeah, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good on HEB. I'll come here to visit and go to HEB. That's cool. But living here, no, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But I can't leave until my assignment here is done. That means this lease is up and your girl is out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. People say I move. I do. I move somebody, and I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, it ain't nobody's business. And if you ain't helping me, you ain't giving me a dollar, you ain't contributing to none of this stuff, it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's my choice, and I will do what I want to do accordingly to God's plan for my life, though. Because if God opens up the door for me to be able to shift, then that's what I'm going to do. It's not anybody else's life. It's not anybody else's calling to do what I do. That's between me and God. But I will tell y'all, I am definitely, God knows, I've been praying every day. I'll be like, God, please open up the doors to where you want me to enter and close the doors to where you want me to exit. Also, open up opportunity for my consulting business and for my nonprofit that I want to start. We will get into that. I will talk to y'all about this nonprofit, y'all. It should have been already started, but your girl has fell off. Again, growing pains, these things happen. Delayed, but not denied. So it is very delayed because, yeah, it's very delayed. Um, but yeah, so I got a lot of things that I question myself all the time. I'll be like, Angela, I ask myself, I'll be like, do I really have dreams anymore? Because I just feel so stagnated. And I guess because a little bit of it is definitely because of what I've gone through in the past 2 to 3 years. Um, but it's really not that. I just feel that way. And, again, it's like me, you got to come out of that feeling because your feelings don't always tell you the truth. Your feelings you get too wrapped up in your feelings sometime and it'll lead you on a path to destruction. So I'm trying to like not go there, but I have moments, believe me, because I was like this yesterday. I was like, what am I doing? Why? Why did I put myself through that? But hopefully, it will me sharing even a little bit about it will be helpful for somebody else because that's ultimately, like I was saying before, what I always want to do is be a beacon of light for people, and but also understand, like, it's not always easy for me. Like I have, I have breakdown moments. I have crash out probably moment. Well, not crash out, but I feel like it's crash out. I don't know. But somebody else might not feel that way. But I feel like it is. So, yeah, and I also think, people, again, these are all the trials and tribulations that you have to go through for your path, right? Not It's not for me to judge anybody else and how they doing they thing. And also it's not for me to always receive anybody, judging me for doing my thing. Like I was talking about the movie thing, I'm gonna do whatever the hell. I'm okay. I almost had a cuss word, y'all. I had to catch myself, but yeah, I'm gonna do it because I'm not staying in Texas. I don't care what nobody say. I am up out of here as soon as I can get out of here. I'm over how hot it is here. I'm over just the humidity. Ooh. Um, yeah, it's a lot of things that I just do not like. I don't like the politics in Texas. That's the other thing. I do not like it at all. And I was trying to push my way through it, like, but I mean, politics in the U.S. right now is just not it's just not on the positive side anyway. But Texas, eh, Texas is something. It's something. Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Missouri. I mean, just I don't know. I mean, and it's not even that I want to go back north, but I've just been praying on that, and I'm like asking God, like I'm thinking about going back to like the East Coast. Um, like I'm considering Maryland, um, North Carolina, and Georgia again because Georgia, I spent 21 years of my life there. I still have strong connections there. My best of friends are there, and I just love them. Like I miss being able to get in the car, even though like you don't see as you age and as you adult, right? You don't see your friends from college or high school or whatever. Like you're not gonna be seeing them every day, or every week, or every month. Like it's just kind of unrealistic. Now, in my zone, not somebody who stays where they grew up, all of that, because I've moved. So for me, it's a little different. But for some people, they get to that because they just never go anywhere. And I'm not knocking it. I think that works well for certain people. And to be real, I think moving out of your hometown is in the top 5 of the most like scary thing. Like most people are fearful of doing it. That's why they never do it. But me, I move places by myself. I've done travel by myself. Um, and I've experienced different lessons from that. There's been times that because I was just so homesick, I went back home. Um, there were times that I wasn't homesick, but I ended up back in an area or whatever because of just financial reasons. Like, everybody got their thing. And again, moving, traveling, that's just my thing. I want to have and have opportunities for people to grow, to see different parts of the world because for me that makes me feel, I don't know, more alive in a sense. Like I feel that because through God, but I also, and I'm gonna tell you one of the things because also I'm a Cancer too. So water is my side. Your girl is not a good swimmer, but when I tell y'all I love water, I do. I love water. And I honestly, at this stage in my life, I don't even care that it's dirty water. Because, y'all, I went down to Galveston. Oof, Lord Jesus. That water is not clean at all. But I was down there and I was like, because it's the Gulf and, ugh, anyway. But it still was beautiful for me. Like, I was just like, it's so pretty out here. Like, this is God's creation, you know, like this, the Gulf. but it's still water and it goes for miles. And it's just beautiful to see, like, the waves and just, it's just beautiful to me. So I think I instantly gravitate towards places that have access to water quickly. So that is what I know in my next place. I will have to be somewhere. That's why I'm kind of like I want to be maybe back on like the Atlantic side. I wouldn't mind Pacific, but I'm not a West Coast person. I'm just not. I can visit the West Coast because I love the water out there. I love the Pacific. I'm gonna tell y'all, my favorite city is San Diego. That's my favorite city. One of my favorite cities on the West Coast. I still have not gone to San Francisco yet, but my goal is to try to get there this year. Because I also want to see Alcatraz, and I just want to go and sit on that. I forget what the bridge. I don't know. But it was in Full House. If any of y'all watch Full House, I used to watch that. And because I think that show was supposed to mimic, I don't know if it was actually located in San Francisco or if it was in another place and then they just, changed the image to make it look like it was in San Francisco. I never even looked into that. But that show was supposed to be, in San Francisco. But that's just a place I've always wanted to go. And the one time I had bought a ticket, this has been 10 years ago, actually. No, it's been 8 years because it was in 2018. I had bought a ticket to go to San Francisco by myself. And yeah, they canceled my flight because of I don't know what it was. It was the fires or something, I think. And they were saying most people, they were saying like if you have allergies or whatever, you don't need to be coming out there. So they canceled my flight, gave me a credit. I still have not used that credit to this day because I just had no reason to. I think it was with Southwest too because I still have um, credits with them. So yeah, I just have not made it there. So I'm like, God, please allow me to make it to San Francisco before the end of the year because I really want to go and see it. I wouldn't mind going back to San Diego to be honest because I love San Diego. San Diego is just a vibe. Like it's something about it. It's like we took this because I went there for it was my 38th birthday and I signed up for this cruise. It was just along the water in that area. But it was really nice. Like they took you all around to like all the different neighborhoods. I think that city is Corondo or something or Corondo. I don't know. It's something like that. But it's around there, and it's one of the most, I guess, richest or the highest, one of the most, because there's several, but um, multi-million dollar homes and stuff like that out there. But it was really nice. Like the boat ride took you around to different areas, but it was really nice. Like it made me really fall in love with San Diego. So that's why I'm like, oh, I really love it. Like I would love to just go there and spend like a month, a year there or something like that. I don't think I would ever want to live in a place like San Diego only because of the cost of living. But if cost of living was a non-factor in a sense, mm, I don't know. I don't think so. I still think I would probably want to be in a place that's a little bit more affordable where I could get more for my money. But that's just me. Because I know like there are other places that are more affordable, and you not paying like $10 for a gallon of milk. I mean, I don't know, but I might be exaggerating a little bit, but yeah. So yeah, that's the main reason I probably wouldn't not move to San Diego. But I do love it to visit, and I do hope to get to San Francisco this year. Cause I'm good on LA. I like Venice Beach area, Malibu. I like it. It's a lot of areas around LA that I like. I just don't particularly care for LA proper because I don't know. It's just really the air quality is a lot. And that's how I feel about Texas too. The air quality here is horrible. And that's another reason I'm like, I need to get out of here because this place, oh Lord Jesus, I'm breathing in all this horrible air. It's just hard, y'all. It's hard. So that's why I was just like, I gotta get my butt up out of here. And I can only come back to visit because this air quality is horrible. It's horrible. Um, and I'm just sick of it. I am. And again, it's some positive things about Texas, clearly, because I came back here. But I think those cons are definitely going to keep me out of moving back here again. Because, yeah, I'm over it. And I really want to get back to the East Coast because that's just where, again, where most of my really close friends are. And I just want to be able to get in the car and go and visit them. Like, get in the car, drive 2, 3 hours, and go and visit. And, for them to do the same with me. Especially as I get older, I feel like, I just want to be able to have that accessibility in a sense. So, and that's just where I'm at in life. Um, and, I don't think that will change in that way. I spent a lot of my life in Georgia, and then yeah, but I really like North Carolina. I love Maryland. I love Maryland because it has seasons. It does get icy, snow, but I don't know. It's not horrible, but that's the one thing I don't know how I would be in that situation because I have been living in the South for so long. Um, but I have lived in Virginia before a long time ago, and it was just for a short period. That weather is no joke. Like when that winter hit. Even though now you can't really tell nothing from nothing at the same time. It's like it was a heat wave, and that heat wave hit all over the United States. So it was like I don't know if it. I mean, I know Texas is just hot. It's just hot, y'all. Like this weather, it's so hot. Like I went to that store today, and I was just in there, and I was like, oh, the air conditioning was just so amazing. But when I got back outside, it was just so hot. I was just like, this type of heat, I can't deal with. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Not anymore. So I'm in heavy prayer, y'all. Give me some suggestions if y'all got some for the East Coast. I'm not going to New York. That's not no. Connecticut, no. Maine, no. I'll visit, but no, I'm not living there. New Hampshire, no. Vermont, no. I will visit, but I'm not living there. Um, the only way I could probably live in a place like that is if I had one of those small home communities and like all my friends were like we all bought like a home and like because there's people that do that, like they get with their friends, and there's a group of people in Georgia. It's like friends and family. They bought this land together, and they all are building like their homes on this land, and they also have like their own like community gardens, and they doing all their stuff just on that property so that they don't have to go into these grocery stores, really support this thing called capitalism in the US. So I mean, people are doing it, and that's something that I would love to do. That's actually what was praying about, talking to my dad about, because I'm like, that's really what I would love to do soon. Like, buy some land somewhere, on the East Coast. Yeah, not Texas. I'm good on Texas. I'm real clear that I'm good on Texas at this point, but yeah, again, I want to be back somewhere where I can get in the car and drive 2, 3 hours to visit my friends rather than having to go get on a plane and go through that whole thing. So, and mainly because also with my health, like that also has me thinking differently about things and like how I want to live as I grow older. So I think it's a lot of that as well too. That's a big factor. And then also, just like I said, accessibility, opportunity, to grow and do great work and help people along the way. Because I always want to be doing that. I don't ever want to forego that part of who I am and what I love to do. Because that's what we here to do. Like we here to be of service to each other, and um, and do it accordingly to God's plan for our life. Like I don't. I'm probably saying it more of a simplistic way, but because it is, just it's just a deeper discussion and a deeper depth level of thought behind it, and like how do you fulfill that, right, and get to that place of like feeling good about everything in your life and where you are. I don't know if people ever get to that part, but I would like to think so. As Yeah, I would like to think so. That people get to that point. I want to get to that point where I'm just like, because I know nothing is perfect, but I just want to be in a good position to where I feel good getting up every day, and I can have access to beaches and like snow cones and all that. Like that's what I would love. And then in the fall, you get to see fall colors, and it's all pretty and the leaves are falling. Like it's picturesque. Like I want to be able to drive to those types of places. So that's why I say really, yeah, probably on the East Coast. And I also would love to live internationally for a short time too, just to have the experience. I don't know if it would be Europe or South America, but wherever it is, I would need to have access to good doctors, because what I want to accomplish there is getting my body back, or just in a good place. Um, just in dealing with like, because places like Bali and like Turkey and all these other, they have all these natural things that they do to help just heal themselves. So that's what I want. That's the whole point of me doing that and spending time in some of these international places, because I really want to discover the way of like helping myself holistically and helping others holistically too, because I think especially black women and black men, like I think there's more natural ways than all these medications. We shouldn't have to take all of that to sustain ourselves and for me not to be inflicted with pain, y'all. Oh, okay. Yeah, your girl be like, this ain't it. This is not it. But I was not planning to be on here this long. But I am about to try to eat because that's what I need to do. It is 4:45 and I need to. Oh, I gotta send my brother this thing, y'all. I think he went through a toll in Colorado. He don't know it yet, but he about to get this big old toll bill. Yeah. Okay, anyway. He gonna be like, why? Don't send me that. I'm gonna be like, sir. And then why they sending it here? I don't even understand that. I really don't because that was really just a waste of mailing. Like, why would you send it all the way here? Anyway, so I gotta let him know because I'm like, dude, if you don't get, Lord Jesus, I do not want. If y'all got tolls and y'all see, please make. Actually, I'm up here about to say this to y'all, but I need to go and make sure that I have an updated payment because just in case I go through a toll here, because Texas does have tolls. Ridiculous nonsense in this place. Anyway, but yeah, so pay y'all toll bill. Please do not let it just go because it yeah, I don't know. These tolls or something else. So I gotta let him know that I did receive this today. So yeah, and then I have an array of other things that I have to take care of, but I may not get to all of them today, and that's okay. But yeah, I was able to talk to y'all for a few minutes as I got my little stuff, and then I'm about to put this stuff up, and then I might do my nails tonight. That might be my gift to myself tonight. Yeah, because I definitely got to put this cream on because hopefully whatever this rash will um, heal up. Because yeah, I don't even know. I haven't had a heat rash in, like I said, it's been a minute, at least a couple of years, but it may be longer. I don't know, but yeah. So I gotta figure that out because it is irritating, and I don't want to touch it. So that's all. Your girl gone, and then I also have to plan because don't forget. Monday is the start of my new series, and again, it's called Involuntary Change. We gonna be tired. All right, y'all. So yeah, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. And have a good rest of your day. Please. For me. Have a good rest of your day. All right. Have a good one. I'll see y'all soon.